What's up, everybody? It's your boy Justin, the Vegan Savage, and I wanted to come to you tonight slash morning and do this video on changing your relationship with food. Don't mind the sweat. I am sweating profusely because I just completed a HIIT cardio session in my basement on the treadmill. I literally just got off the treadmill and started recording, and so that's why I'm sweating the way I am. So just push through this video with me, okay? But I definitely felt like I needed to do this video today just because earlier when I was getting dressed for work, well, this morning rather, when I was getting dressed for work, I was having a conversation with someone and they kind of touched on the today's discussion. So I thought that that was very profound, and it was more like confirmation that I should definitely put this video out. So with that being said, I want to first and foremost let you know that before any change can happen in your physical life, there has to be a mental change. There's a saying that says, change your mind, you'll change your life. In essence, that's pretty much what you're saying. In other words, in order for anything in your life to change, it starts with the thought of the mind. If your thought is not correct, if your thought is not in alignment where it should be, then your physical life will never change. You will stay in the same pattern. And I had to learn that I was a person that literally, and anybody that worked with me can tell you, in my desk at work, I had Oreos, I had the family size bag of M&Ms, I had other cookies, I had different type of pies, Debbie cakes, all that kind of stuff, Skittles, all types of candy, all kind of stuff in my desk at work. And I literally sat all day long at my desk and just keyed stuff in the computer and ate from the time I got to work, went to break, ate Chinese food, the Chinese buffet, and then came back to work, sat at my desk, and snacked some more. It was a bad situation, and the only thing that really caused me to physically change that pathology and that pattern was my mind had to change. And a lot of times we as people do not hold ourselves accountable for our own actions. In other words, we are people that say, well, I would do better if people around me weren't encouraging me, or I would do better if people around me would encourage me to eat healthy. At the end of the day, you have everything within you to change your own life. You do not need to depend on other people for your health. You have to be the person that says whether or not somebody will support me in my health journey, it is irrelevant. It is irrelevant. I have to do this for myself. And the moment that your mindset change about your health, the moment that your mindset change about anything is the moment that you will see change in your life. So this is something that is good for not only health, it is good for your finances, it's good for relationships, it's just good all across the board. Because one thing that we have to understand is that at the end of the day, what you think becomes reality. And a lot of times we don't really want to accept that, but you really have to change your thought, change the way that you think. So what I ended up doing was that I know that I didn't need to be snacking all day, but since I was snacking all day, I decided to say, okay, so I'm not going to snack on potato chips and cookies and pies and candy. I'm going to snack on fruit and things of that nature, fruit and nuts like almonds, cashews. At the time it was almond, cashews, walnuts. I had raisins, I had apples, I brought pineapples from home to work, and I would snack on that throughout the day instead of choosing to eat all of that junk. And another thing is we have to consciously make a decision to say, I'm not going to eat if I'm not hungry. And I know that it's very interesting, or it's very odd that we like to eat and it's not even a question of whether we're hungry or not. A lot of people eat just because it's convenient to eat. Like, you eat to pass time, and I was a person that did that. I ate to pass time. I didn't have to have a reason. I didn't have to be hungry. It didn't have to be a special occasion. If food was available, the fact that it was available, that meant that it was just open season for me to pick out. So we really have to become more conscious of what we're doing and be more sensitive to say, am I eating because I am hungry, or am I eating because it's convenient? Am I eating because I'm hungry, or am I eating because I'm upset and I run to food because it security? Am I eating because I'm hungry, or am I eating because I'm mad? This person made me angry, and the way that or the situation made me angry, and the way that I deal with my anger is I eat. So you have to be very conscious. Me personally, I was an emotional eater, and then I was just a person that ate. So in other words, I'm going to eat anyway, but then when my emotions are out of whack, I was the person that would really go in. And when I would say go in, I would be the person when I was in an emotional sense of, especially being sad, when I was sad, when my emotions were at the bottom. Pizza, Chinese food, it wasn't really sweet. It was pizza, Chinese food, Japanese food, stuff that is high in fat, fried, and high in cholesterol, and high in potential diabetes. I ate stuff like that. When I was angry, I went to the chocolate. That's where I would go to Walmart and buy the biggest bag of M&Ms I could find. And before I could get back home, now Walmart is about 8 miles from where I live. I would get the family size bag of M&Ms from Walmart, and I would also get a pack of Oreo cookies. And by the time I would get home, which is 8 miles from Walmart, I would have eaten half of the bag of Oreos and almost half of a bag of the M&Ms. So, with that being said, we really have to become people that have control over our emotions, because a lot of times when you are emotional, you're not thinking clearly, and you do things out of the reaction or out of a response to your emotion, and not out of rationality. So we definitely want to be careful with doing that. Another thing, as I mentioned earlier, you want to make sure that you are conscious of what you're doing and why you're doing it. Am I eating because I'm hungry? Or am I eating because it's convenient? And is what I'm eating healthy for me? Is it beneficial for my health, or is it not beneficial for my health? That's another thing. In order for you to change physically, the transformation has to begin mentally. And I can go into detail about this in another video, but because I don't want to bore you with all of that. But you really want to be careful. Your thinking is everything. Your thoughts are who you are. And the moment that your thoughts become unhealthy, you become unhealthy. At the end of the day, I was unhealthy because my thoughts about me was unhealthy. Once my thoughts about myself changed, and I began to say to myself, Justin, you are better than that. Justin, you do not need to be 26 years old and you are borderline diabetic. You're over 400 pounds. You have joint pains. You stop breathing in your sleep. You have all of these issues. You are better than that. Once my mind changed, I changed my entire life. So thanks to all of you who watched this video. And if you did like this video, please make sure that you like, share, comment, turn on the notification, follow me on all social media. And as always, awaken your inner savage.